What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn here, bringing you week number 4 to the Pokemon GBA Global Battle Association League. I am the coach, founder, president, whatever you want to call it, of the New York Mankees. Our record is currently 1 win, 2 losses. We're going up against Magnitude Steve, the actual creator of the league, with his come on, what is the name? Sawsbucks. But what state are you from? What do you do? Why can't I remember? I was just the Milwaukee Sawsbucks, of course. And his channel will be in the description below, as always, with all the GBA matches. Go check out his channel, show him some love, because he is definitely an awesome content creator. By the way, if you can, show your support for the Mankees by checking out that like button down below. Do what you want with that, because it would really be appreciated. We're gonna go over the Pokemon that I decided to bring for this week. I did my research this week. And I did a lot of calcs, and I did a lot of planning, and this is what I have. I have my flyaway Tyranitar. I brought Claudia back because the Victini scares the crap out of me. I brought my real bulk Golbat. That is my core. My Golbat and my Tyranitar, they work pretty well together, to be honest. They cover each other's weaknesses somewhat well. I also really struggled with this decision to bring Darmanitan, but I decided I have to bring it. I also brought my Get Lost Mamoswine. It's a new Mamoswine. She wants you to get lost. And then we have Static Shock, my Mega Manectric, which I really needed to bring to outspeed that Greninja. Hopefully it's not Choice Scarf, because that would be a huge problem. I really struggled between Darmanitan, Claudia, and Breloom. I was jumping around between which combination of those offensive Pokemon I would bring, and this is what I ended up coming to. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Battle Start, and we're going to see what Steve brought. If Steve brought the Lando, I'm really nervous. Let's see. He has the Lando. Okay, he has almost the exact team I planned him to have. I was actually planning on seeing the Cobalion, to be honest. But I knew the Virizion was coming, so I guess I shouldn't have planned for both fighting types to come. But I prefer to see the Virizion over the Cobalion. But that Klefki, the keychain, no! Alright, so he's got the Virizion, or Virizion, Victini, Landorus, Klefki, Greninja, and Cresselia. So I actually feel like he's going to open up with the Landorus, and unfortunately, after an Intimidate, Mamoswine cannot actually take him out with an Ice Shard. So, actually, I didn't even think before an Intimidate you could take it out. So what I'm probably going to do... I don't really know what to open with. I guess I could safely open up with Claudia, but if he opens up with Greninja, I'm in a little bit of trouble. I'm definitely in a little bit of trouble. This is a tough one. I mean, I guess technically my, no, but then if he opens up, there's too many variables. I gotta open up with Claudia. I gotta just try to open up with Claudia. That's really weird, though. Is that really what I want to do? That's really weird. Why not just open up with Darmanitan? It's Scarfed. Yes, we're opening up with Darmanitan. That's what we just decided. Right there, it's Scarfed. And I believe that it outspeeds the Landorus if that is what he opens up with. If he opens up with the Victini, we are in quite a pickle. We're going to see if we can possibly even out our score. We want to be 2-2 at the end of this game, but I'm a little nervous, I'm not going to lie, but I'm going to try to focus my best. He does open up with the Greninja. I got to be honest. I'm really fearing this Greninja being Scarfed. I really am. If it's Scarfed, I'm completely screwed. And I feel like that's what Steve would do. But I really can't act off that assumption. Oh my gosh. I could switch out into my Golbat. But you know what? No. He's not Scarfed. Greninja's not Scarfed. Yes! Alright, good. So we get that out of the way. We know now that Greninja is not Scarfed. At least we believe. He's going to go out into Lando, which is going to get the Intimidate off, but that's fine, because we will keep momentum in this game. We are going for the U-turn, and we can go out into our Mamoswine. Nothing on his team wants to deal with my Mamoswine. Now, looking at his team, nothing wants to deal with it, especially because I'm actually Focus Sash. Looking at this, though, I might want to go out into Claudia. I just tried to type in Claudia in the damage calculator on Showdown. Landorus, and did I give you the Life Orb, Claudia? Aqua Jet is not a guaranteed KO, though. I wish that I could say Mamoswine. I feel like, why wouldn't Mamoswine be why wouldn't Ice Shard be a guaranteed KO? I don't understand. Mamoswine would be a guaranteed KO. We're going to go on into Mamoswine here. And we are adamant. We don't have a life orb, though. Ooh, we see a left. Oh, he's going to be bulky then. Alright, let's say he's max defense. Because I don't want this whole shaman thing happening again. Let's say he's max defense and max HP. Adamant life orb will kill. So he could fear that. He could fear the adamant life orb and switch out. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the ice shard. Even if he is defensive, this is going to do such a huge chunk of damage. I know it'll cost me my focus sash. Realistically, what I planned for by using a focus sash on my Mamoswine, I wanted to get to the point where Victini was in. Yes, he's going to withdraw. Awesome. All right, cool. So we have another turn. Let's see what he goes out into. He's going to go out into the crest. Now here, it's stuck in a little bit of a rock and a hard place. I actually have the knockoff on this Mamoswine. I guess for Victini, I can take care of it. I could go out into T-Tar and Pursuit Trap it. And I could take that opportunity to get rocks up. Oh man, this is ridiculous. Alright, I can either go for the knockoff, which will do 70%. I don't think he'll see that coming, but I'm pretty sure he is going to go for a Toxic. If I think he's going to go for a Toxic, it might be best to go out into my Golbat so that nothing does get Toxic. Then Golbat can't really do too much to this thing. I mean, I can go for a Toxic of my own, but then he's probably going to go out into the Clef Key. I could just stay and go for the knockoff. Because the T-Tar switch is pretty obvious. I don't want that thing Toxic, but I also really don't want to waste my Focus Sash like that. Because then the only thing I have for the Victini is going to be the Claudia. You know what? I'm going for the knockoff. I don't want to go on T-Tar. A little obvious. Gonna go for the knockoff here. Let's get rid of whatever item this gosh darn thing is holding. I want to see Light Clay. Oh, Rocky Helmet. My Focus Sash is broken anyway. Goes for the Ice Beam, predicting the Golbat to come through. That's going to do not much at all. That's great for us. Knowing that we outspeed, we can actually just go for an Icicle Crash here. And I believe that should take him out. Because I won't get the knockoff boost anymore. I'm not sure what would be better, to be honest. Actually, I think knockoff might be better. He's not holding a single item. Come on. No item. None. It's going to do... It does... knockoff does do more. So let's go for the knockoff again. He really can't switch out because then another Pokemon's going to get knocked off. We're going to really hope this takes him out. And it just barely lives as he goes for a Side Shock. That just might kill me. No, never mind. Okay, never mind. Doesn't do anywhere near what I thought it would. This is awesome. We can just safely go for another knockoff. And Mamoswine is going to kill Crest. I'm going to keep track, although I'm versing the creator of the league, so I'm sure that he's going to keep track of it on his own. Mamoswine kills Cresselia. So we really do have to save this Mamoswine for the Landorus. Ideally, that would be the best thing to do. He's most likely going to go on to the Greninja here, or possibly the Victini. Now, if we don't save this Mamoswine for Landorus... let's see, this is why I didn't want to bring the Focus Sash. You know what? So close to bringing Life Orb. Life Orb, that knockoff would have killed. I would have taken less damage, but I would have taken 2 turns of Recoil. So, win and lose, I guess. To each their own. I wanted to try the Focus Sash out. At least I had a legitimate plan about it with the Victini. But, right here, Mamoswine really does hurt his team so much. I really do need this Mamoswine, mainly for that Clef Key. We're obviously going to have to switch out here. Knowing, this thing is probably special. I could go into the T-Tar, but then I'm going to take a lot from U-Turn. And I want to say that Golbat, can you take an Ice Beam from a Greninja? I don't think you can. Even though I'm pretty positive he's going to go for a Water-type move. I don't think I can take an Ice Beam. I can take one. I don't really want to switch into it. I really wish I wished my Static Shock was already evolved. I should have teched Protect on this thing. The only thing I can really Mega Evolve up against is going to be that Clef Key. I also have my... Ooh, he's going for a Power Punch. He's physical. Oh, goodness, that scares me a little bit. But luckily, we do have Real Bulk in here. And he is fighting right now, although I'm sure he's not going to stay fighting. We're actually just... is he going to go with the Clef Key right here, predicting a Toxic? No, because he's going to think I might Hyper Fang. You know what? Let's go for Toxic right now. Let's go for Toxic. Oh, he's going to withdraw. He's definitely going right into the Clef Key, unfortunately. Oh, he goes down into Landorus. Alright, so we'll get a Toxic on this Landorus. That is not the worst thing in the world. He is going to get the Intimidate off. I'm curious to see what this Lando is going to hit me with. A Stone Edge will do a solid amount. But Toxic will rack up, and I can actually go for some Roost, to be completely honest. Unless Landorus learns Knockoff, which it just might. I really don't want to lose my Corrigan that fast. I'm guessing Tyranitar might be my best. No, because he has Earthquake. He can have Earthquake. He's obviously going to have Earthquake. I feel like Landorus packs Knockoff. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to check Cerebi really quick just to make sure that it can learn it. I'm almost positive, though. Yup, it can learn it. I'm sure that's what he's going to go for. With that prediction, though, do I risk it and go out into my Mamoswine? Can Mamoswine take a Knockoff? Because once the Eviolite is gone, honestly, not really that much of a threat. Not really that much of a threat. Knockoff will not kill my Mamoswine. That's a huge risk, though. That is definitely a huge risk. Because I really want that. You know what? I have a bunch of things for Klefki. Let's go out into Mamoswine. Let's go out into Mamoswine. We're gonna predict. We're gonna go ahead and predict the knockoff because I really feel like when you bring in a Landorus on a Golbat, you want to get rid of that Eviolite, and I'm not feeling that at all. Is he gonna go for the Stone Edge? If he does, I live that anyway. So he does in fact go for the knockoff. I think I can take that. I do take that, living at 18. So glad I'm not packing the Life Orb right now. Let me tell you. And this is great because he no longer has that crest to soak up an Ice Shard. The best thing he could probably go into is going to be Victini or Greninja, but I'm going to go ahead and go for the safe Ice Shard because I've sacrificed in this Mamoswine anyway. If he wants to stay in, he's going to die to an Ice Shard. If he, he is going to predict me switch out. I could have gone for the EQ, but you know what? A little bit risky. He is going to go into the Greninja. It would have been a really, really nice, solid play to have that, there. But now, let's see. I can either go for... I can let him go for his power-up punch. No, but he has Water Shuriken, so he's going to be able to out-prioritize me. He's definitely going to out-prioritize me. So do I just sacrifice this Mamo, or keep it around to scare out that Lando one more time? So he's got Power Punch. I'm sure he's got Water Shuriken. He used this Physical Greninja on me in the last GBA, last season. I'm sure he did. I remember it. I don't think he's going to go for Power Punch. I think he's actually going to just go for a Water Shuriken. Regardless, let's test out Real Bulk. Let's see just how much bulk Real Bulk has. It would have been really nice if by now I had rocks up in his side of the field. He doesn't look like he has anything to get rid of rocks. Oh, he goes for the Shadow Sneak, actually. So he's got Shadow Sneak, Power Punch. This still isn't going to do too much, to be honest with you. And I could actually... Is he going to go into Lando? Probably is going to go into Lando again. He's not packing U-turn because he hard switched. It's interesting. I don't want to predict the switch into Lando. I'm just going to go for Brave Bird. He's a mixed Greninja. Mixed Greninja. Kind of wish I went for the Toxic, but I think this Brave Bird will still do an okay amount. Unfortunately, though, bringing the mixed Greninja was an amazing move, Steve, because that definitely caught me off guard right there. Definitely caught me off guard. That's going to do a huge chunk of damage to both of us. And he has no reason not to go for a Shadow Sneak. Now, do I want to get rid of Real Bulk or do I want to get rid of Mamoswine? His crest is gone. Victini can easily take out Real Bulk, but honestly, this Golbat is gonna, well, it won't destroy the Virizion at this low of health. We're gonna let Golbat go down. Unfortunately, Golbat is not gonna get any points on the board. He can go for the Surf, so he reveals his full moveset: Power Punch, Ice Beam, Surf, and Shadow Sneak. So the only water move he has is gonna be the, what do you call it? It's gonna be the Surf. So we know that his special attack is his water. That's just something to keep in mind. We're free to go for a U-turn here, even if he wants to switch back out into Lando. That's fine. I have my Crawdon that can threaten that Landorus out. And I'm feeling a little bit comfortable, but as soon as I start feeling comfortable in the GBA, I know that's when things go wrong. So once we get rid of this Greninja off our back, we're going to be in really good shape. He is going to go back out into the Lando. He will take a tiny bit of damage from this U-turn, nothing crazy. But worthwhile. The Victini is still really scaring me. I know I have to keep my Crawdon around for that, but fortunately, it looks like Landorus should die to an Aqua Jet from that range. Should is the key term. You know what? No, let's not risk it. Let's go out into Mamoswine. Greninja's at the point where I think an Ice Shard will actually kill. And I'm going to go for the same play again, because at this point, I'm pretty sure Steve wants me to predict him to switch out. At this point. I don't want to do that, though, and waste this Landorus. Although, this Mamoswine. Although, if I do that and it pays off, the toxic damage will bring him down to the point where Crawdon will be able to kill him. And this Earthquake could change the game. I don't think there's any chance of him going on into Virizion. You know what? No, let's go for the Ice Shard. Go for the Ice Shard. He is going to stay in. That's why just last minute I was looking at his team and I'm like, you know what? He really doesn't have that much to switch into anyway, so he's probably going to just stay in. So fortunately, the Lando goes down. Mamo gets 2 kills so far. Mamoswine. And I think that's all you're going to get this week, little girl. I think that's all you're going to get. Kills Landorus. And, ooh, my foot is falling asleep. Golbat died. Who killed Golbat? I believe it was Greninja. Greninja kills Golbat. He goes out to the Victini. And I have no reason at this point to save this gosh darn thing. I could very well go on into T-Tar, but there's really no reason when I can get some sort of switch initiative. Let's just go for a quick Ice Shard and get a tiny bit of damage off on this thing. He can just go, he can go for whatever you want. He can go for U-turn, he can go for a V-Create, whatever. We're going to see what he does go for. He goes for the Glaciate. Oh, that's right. He's running a Glaciate Victini. Wow. All right. I don't think Victini wants to take... Oh my gosh, Glaciate scares me a little bit. We're going to see Glaciate. Glaciate is a special attack, so this is a mixed Victini or a special attacking Victini. Glaciate can't do anything to Claudia. Aqua Jet doesn't kill from this range, though, to be honest. Tyranitar can take any one hit from this thing. And I can probably kill it with a Pursuit. I think I'm going to go into T-Tar at this point. At this point, let's go into T-Tar, and I can either Pursuit Trap it or set up the rocks. I believe Pursuit Trap is my best bet. So let's go ahead. I'm just right away going to go for Pursuit Trap. Oh, the U-turn, of course. Of course. So we see that he's not choice. That is valuable information. Unfortunately, though... Oh, there's the Pursuit! It works on the U-turn! I honestly totally forgot about that. We're going to do a huge chunk of damage to this thing, and unfortunately... well, you know what? The Greninja's going to come out, but the Sandstorm is here. So even if this Greninja comes out and wants to get a Power Punch off, it's going to die the following turn to Sandstorm. And I think we can take one Power Punch. Ooh, he decides to go into Virizion. Ooh. Now that's a little bit of a problem. I really have no idea. I very, 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 very rarely face these things. I have no idea what he's going to want to do. I don't think I have really an option, though. Something tells me I have to let T-Tar go down here. Nothing on my team wants to take a close combat. I'm sorry, T-Tar. I really wanted you to get Stealth Rocks up. I'm going to go for the Stealth Rocks. He goes for the Sacred Sword. I am as dead as a small kitty cat. So Tyranitar goes down, completely destroyed, was not able to get those rocks up. We see the Life Orb on the Virizion, which is good to know, because that means, honestly, at this point, Darmanitan might have a clean sweep. I think Darmanitan has a clean sweep because of the range that everyone's at. I really do think so. Let's just go for the Flare Blitz. I'm looking at his team. Virizion gets one-shotted. Klefki, I believe Klefki gets one-shotted. There's a chance that it doesn't. No, it definitely does. Greninja's really low, so he will be able to come in with the Greninja, but we know that he does not pack the Water Shuriken, which is very useful information for us. And I think this is going to be the game right here. He's going to withdraw the Virizion, try to preserve it. And he's going to go out. He's going to sacrifice the Victini. The Victini cannot survive this. Look at this poor little thing getting just sacrificed. Straight up sacrificed. Darmanitan kills Victini. Darmanitan getting the kill. And I believe that Darmanitan can kind of take the rest of this. Even a Greninja. His one priority move was a Shadow Sneak. Shadow Sneak. Now he could he's going to go for a T-Wave. Well, I'm not going to allow this thing to get paralyzed for anything. So let's go ahead and go out into Static Shock. There's no reason I am going to allow this thing to get paralyzed. I would rather see my Mega Manectric get completely destroyed. I'm not letting this thing get paralyzed. There's no way. There's no way. Let's go out into Static Shock. Hope that he does go for the Thunder Wave, as it is like his only chance. Oh, he goes for the Substitute. Oh, well, he could have just recoil damage. He could have just stalled me out with recoil. But Klefki can't do too much against this Mega Manectric. I'm going to get my Mega Evolution off, thankfully, which means I'm going to outspeed the rest of his team with this thing. So if Klefki doesn't take me out, I'm going to run Train on his team. Now, I'm wondering what other move this Klefki has to take advantage of what do you call it? Prankster? I think that we're gonna find out just about right now. It doesn't affect it. He went for an attacking type move. I believe he's gonna go for foul play, I'm guessing. We'll see. If he does go for the foul play, how much is that gonna do? It might do a decent amount. Never mind, it doesn't do anything. The Sandstorm's gonna subside. It looks like Mega Manectric is gonna be stealing the show. Listen, Darmanitan almost stole the show, but if it wasn't for this substituting Klefki, we would have stolen it. I'm still going to go for the Flamethrower, as it'll take out everything on his team. He's got Virizion, Greninja with just barely any health left, and I can always outspeed. I think this pretty much wraps up the game at this point. Klefki is going to live as he goes for another foul play. But I think at this point, Mega Manectric kills Klefki. Now that he can't make any more substitutes, I should be good. He's going to go for the Reflect. Ooh, that could come in clutch. I suppose. If Darmanitan has to come back out. He's planning on Darmanitan coming back out. Which means I think he's relying on the fact that Greninja can take me out with a Shadow Sneak. No, he goes out into Virizion. Okay. Can Mega Manectric kill a Virizion? With a Flamethrower? Ooh, no, it can't. Wow. It's gonna go for the Sacred Sword, which I think will one-shot a Darmanitan too. But the combination of Flamethrower... Ooh, this is actually gonna be close. I might have to Volt Switch. I'm thinking about it. If I Volt Switch, I get a little bit more off. And if I sacrifice my Claudia... Huh. Because even with Reflect up, Darmanitan's going to destroy this Virizion. Completely destroy it. My Mega Manectric's going to go... It's either I sacrifice my Mega Manectric or I sacrifice Claudia. And the only reason why I would want to possibly keep my Manectric is because I can go for the Intimidate on the Greninja when it comes back when I come back in. And the Shadow Sneak won't kill me. You know, no. Let's just go for a Flamethrower. Let's just go for a Flamethrower. We can always get a burn. Not that it'll matter, because I think I'm dying no matter what. No crits, no burn. He goes for the Sacred Sword. Unfortunately, Mega Manectric, you've been playing a supportive role on this team. You did kill the Klefki, though, so at least you go neutral this week. Seeing the Life Orb. At this point, Darmanitan, for all I care, can go for a U-turn and probably still take this thing out. But why be silly? Let's go ahead and go for the double Flare Blitz and finish off this game. Greninja should not be able to kill me with Shadow Sneaks at all. 252 attack. We can make this Greninja adamant in the damage calcs. Darmanitan kills Virizion. And then we're going to have Greninja come in, and I don't see the Shadow Sneak killing at all. And Steve typed to me on Skype, and I always do. I always miss the messages, though. It looks like I can just go for a Flare Blitz here, and Shadow Sneak is not going to take me out. Flare Blitz will easily take him out. And that's going to be the game. So Darmanitan, who was considered to be a terrible draft, I'm really glad I brought it instead of the almost bringing the Breloom, because I had to bring that Breloom for Greninja that I originally wanted. He had the Shadow Sneak, and he would have completely obliterated me because Mach Punch would have just done nothing. Darmanitan walked away from that game with 3 kills, 0 deaths. Mammoth walked away with 2 kills. It did die, and Mega Manectric got 1 kill and 1 death. Crawdaunt did absolutely nothing that game. I think it stayed on the bench the entire time. But, you know, she was cheering on the team. She was cheering on the team. With that said, with the New York Mankees now have a 2-2 record, go check out Steve's channel. You guys saw it was a really close battle. It was only a 2-0. And Steve is an awesome, awesome dude. He made this whole league. He upkeeps everything and deserves all the support you guys can give him. So go check out his channel in the description. Have yourselves a good day. But above all else, keep it